While Vellum was running his usual chores for last night, we made a discovery. If you remember, Vellum placed an egg in one of the back rooms of the academy weeks ago. And while out gathering water, we noticed that there is now an owlbear tub in this locked room back here. I don't think it's possible for us to tame this, but in a certain sense, we do in fact have a pet owlbear. I also don't know if he can break out. I really hope that he doesn't break out, because that means that we would probably have to kill our pet owlbear. But regardless, today we are going to be focused very heavily on trying to get this ritual cast. This is one of the things that I think will be helpful for getting us closer to becoming an archmage. It'll be helpful for all of that. And on top of that, well, we're just gonna have fun, you know, taking advantage of our new lightning spells that we have. So in order to cast this, we're only missing a handful of things. So we need 100 mercury. I'm pretty sure we have that. 25 crystallized mana. We have hundreds of crystallized mana. But we also need 250 copper or 5 chunks of copper. And then we need 10 to 25 of like various things there. But one of them is mana dusts. And I do know that we can just make 25 mana dusts. So we're going to cross that one off. So the big one is that we need copper, which I don't think we have. Let me actually... Yeah, we don't have that much copper right now. We actually could. I also want to get the failure chance down because I'm pretty sure it's going to burn all the components whenever I do this, and that's pretty expensive. So ideally, I have been researching this, as you can tell, because it is a spell level 7. I've been reading it in Vellum's downtime because we planned on doing this. It also takes 7 hours to cast. Holy crap. Okay. But yeah, we probably want to get the cast time down one more time. So probably just like one more spell level or something like that, which shouldn't be too hard. But we are on the lookout for copper today, and we still have some places that we need to go. We obviously need to go back to Abbott and go to the Magic Academy, finish that place off. On top of the fact that there are a couple other places nearby that we think that we can still get some books, but the Magic Academy also just has plenty of stuff in it still. We are going to be traveling by night again, and I hope people hadn't gotten too used to being out during the day. It is just really dangerous to be out during the day, and despite the fact that we did it really well, like, I'd like to get some stuff done and not have to kill literally every single monster that comes along our way. So we are going to go ahead and gate to Eastern Abbott. Popping out of the basement translocator gate that we found before. Well, immediately, I think, take this guy out and then head up towards... Oh, we have a bunch of tools here. Nice. That would have been useful earlier. We'll head back up towards the Magic Academy here. And I want to make sure that we grab pretty much everything else that we had left behind in the Magic Academy. Man, even walking around during the night, we are still greeted by just a ton of zombies. Fortunately now, based on, you know, recent experiences, we're pretty confident that we can handle these guys. We did a number. I also will mention that between last and now, I did go and open the safes that were in the Magic Academy that we own, and to my infinite displeasure, they were empty. Yeah. So it took like, I think like 3 in-game hours to open, and then they were just empty. We're going to go ahead and take this mana potion, and I think we will break... Excuse me, please. There we go. We'll break this crystal because this will get us more mana components. Yeah, crystallized mana and some mana crystals. We'll go across and do the same thing for the other one as well. I don't think we really need any of that stuff. This looting trip might be a relatively short trip. Just kind of like a smash and grab, as it were. Grab some antiseptic. Always, antiseptic lets us make them more advanced bandages. So kind of double check all of these, make sure there isn't anything in here, like sitting on a desk or anything like that, because some of these desks kind of, hold secrets. It's like we don't have anything sitting around. So let's get to looting. I'm just going to clean this place out. Surprisingly, even cleaning this place out, we are actually pretty fine to keep going. We have plenty of storage capacity left. So we got a butcher knife +1, which we grabbed for sure. We got a whole bunch of platinum mana stuff, some more mercury, some denari, a book that I missed called Spellcraft Theory. So we'll definitely want to keep that. And then a ton of like ingredients and stuff like that. Nothing else of real note in here. Nothing that's like worth really mentioning. But we are going to start to immediately head towards our next location here. Hoping to... Revelum's definitely hoping to still find extra books, but we also want to find some copper around. And from our experiences, copper is going to be pretty good. Actually, we might hit this craft shop then. Copper's going to be pretty good in craft shops, gun stores, and recycling centers would be our... Oh, I ran into here, kind of like holding down the button to run, and we ran into, in the darkness, a zombie necromancer. And before he even got a chance to react, we had already cut him down. We just picked some strawberries real quick because we were actually kind of hungry. And instead of having a water on us, because we actually haven't needed water, we actually filled our flask with mana potion now. And I actually want to see if we can find a new canteen. I had forgotten that at some point we had accidentally destroyed our previous canteen. So we're going to keep an eye out for one. As long as I remember to keep an eye out for one. Ooh. There's some hope that this is... this looks like the glass blowing place. That's not going to be what I need. I mean, we might as well open the crates here. There's normally 2 craft shops per little craft thing. So we'll go ahead and head over here and check out the other one. There's a skeletal zombie we'll just go ahead and take out. And this looks like this is mostly glass as well. It's unfortunate. Check upstairs super quick. A little bit of food. Not the worst thing in the world. At least something for our trouble. There appears to be just a very large amount of chickens out here somewhere. I'm noticing. Oh man, there's a lot of horde here too. Interesting. We'll be fine though. We'll be fine. We've handled more in the past. Yeah, there's a military roadblock up ahead. We're hearing a lot of sound coming from over there. Yeah, the roadblock is kind of like causing a lot of noise, and it's bringing zombies over to just kind of deal with that noise. Yeah, there's some sort of... Oh my gosh. What the hell is that? Okay, that's hilarious. A boomer glutton. A large, grotesque ball of flesh and fat, seemingly vestigial limbs flop around on haphazardly as it rolls across the ground. You occasionally catch a glimpse of bulging eyes and distended gaping maw oozing some sort of black sludge. One of these guys can actually see us? Oh, the feral dwarf can see us, that's why. And also the Black Ops zombie, which is basically like a stronger version of a normal zombie. I think, just because I want to see it go up, I think we're going to take a step or two closer here. And we are going to wind strike and blow up that overextended boomer thingy. And by doing that, we actually activated the mil-spec searchlight, which is following us now, which is not the greatest because that means everything and its mother can see us. We're going to send another wind strike down the main thoroughfare there. And just so that we can get used to casting it, we're going to lightning strike these two and then finish them off with a spear slice. Oh, it looks like our good friend the Boomer Glutton did in fact not get taken down. So we're going to send another... Actually, I'm going to stop targeting and take a step to the north here before I wind strike so I can hit more things. There we go. That was a beautiful wind strike. And you know what? One more for good measure. Is it still not down? It's still not down. Okay. So do we have anything that we can cast? We can cast a mana bolt. So we're going to mana bolt. Hostage soldier zombie? Oh, apparently the hostage soldier zombie can shoot stuff at us. What actually happened? Hold on. Hostage soldier zombie launches a hail of corrosive darts. hitting in my torso and arm for 6 damage each. Okay, that guy's actually a little bit of a threat then, huh? He is down on the ground right now, but because of those shots, my arm and torso are in fact bleeding. I'd like to finish this guy off with a magic missile, bringing the boomer glutton down really, really low, but still not enough to finish him off. We're going to just phase into this building, take a moment to press down our wounds, and then we are actually going to go ahead and drink our first mana potion for tonight. We're now regenerating mana. Pull out our spear. What is this? A feral soldier. That sounds threatening. Despite how threatening this horde is, Vellum is a trained and professional. Despite how threatening this horde is, Vellum is a trained and professional zombie slayer and has already taken down the majority of them. Taking out a boomer as well. We don't see the larger of the boomers, so I'm not sure where that one went. We do see that there is a mass of zombies out there still, though. So I'm going to... yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Send another wind strike down the heart of them. Are we still regenerating mana? No, we're not. I think it already finished off, so I think we're going to take another mana potion quick. As we went to grab it, in the time it took us to drink it, okay, let's review. So, as we went to drink it, a grabber zombie came in, launched its hands at us, and pulled us into the zombie horde. And the zombies have begun to try and crush Vellum against the wall, as there are 2 zombies grabbing us right now. That is really not good. I think we are going to phase out of this grab over to here and back into this place a little bit. In fact, we're actually going to back up even more, and we are going to cast Wind Running on ourselves to get some stamina regen. And as we are backing into the place farther, it looks like immediately some zombies have just busted in from behind. And we do still have this boomer glutton here to deal with. How much does it cost to cast Mana Bolt? Just slightly too much. Literally 1 more mana and we would have enough. But we can probably cast Magic Missile to get rid of that boomer glutton. How is that? Costed soldier zombie. We also need to deal with that guy because he shot us earlier. We do have a lightning bolt as well. Okay, we're going to lightning bolt caustic, or the boomer glutton. And we lost our concentration. Of course we did. Let's try again. We do manage to get a lightning bolt off, but it only does 15 damage and it is still up. I don't like that boomer glutton. Don't like it at all. Is there anything we can do to take it out from a distance? We really should have just focused it down. We do have a wand of fireballs. Are we near anything important? There's a dojo nearby, craft shop, abandoned storefront. Screw it. Vellum knows that this is the situation where he probably shouldn't, but he pulls out the wand of fireballs indoors, aims carefully between a handful of stands and releases a fireball. It immediately took out the boomer glutton, which was our main concern. We'll pour our spear back out, and it did set some fires, so we're going to have to keep an eye on those fires. Make sure that we're taking out zombies carefully and quickly here still. It appears that taking out that boomer glutton did finish off a lot of the remainder of our problems here. We do still hear things completely just smashing into things to our north here, which is probably zombies trying to break through that door above us. What is that? A feral cop. Go ahead and take it down very quickly. Because it's a cop, I'm going to check its inventory because the cops will have clean stuff. I don't see anything. Okay. If we can find those soldier zombies, I'd like to check to see if they have a canteen. I might have to like just search for a canteen, I think. let's just go ahead and search. Yes, okay, so we have several plastic canteens, and there's actually a clean one over on this body over here. Here we go. This must have been a feral. Okay, so we can go ahead and grab this canteen because we want it to be able to put mana potions in for the future. And before it gets too crazy here, the sapper, before it gets too crazy here with the fire, we don't know if that fire is spreading. Still says small fire. It's not a raging fire yet. A raging fire is definitely going to spread. Let's go ahead and crush down all of these corpses. As we're crushing through the corpses, we did notice that this, what was it? It was a caustic zombie. Has a grenade and also a military ID card. It's a hydration pack. Oh, okay. Just kind of like a thing for keeping fresh water in. So we're going to take both of those things. That grenade could be pretty useful if we ever run into another issue like that. And the military ID card could potentially get us in some stuff. So we're going to keep the military ID card on us. Because of the nature of how fire works and not wanting to take a bunch of burns, I think we're going to leave the zombies that were near the fire alone for now. Thing exploded in the flesh raptors, which are a very massive inconvenience. There we go. Put down one of them, and there's the other. Very good, very good. Okay. There is actually some antifungal in here. Considering what we've seen nearby, I think that the antifungal drug is going to be a good idea to bring with us. Vellum has not forgotten about the threat of that fungal nightmare nearby. But at the same time, it's not something we really want. Honestly, it's not something we want to deal with. And the fact that it was a rather small fungal infection is enough for Vellum to just try to forget about it, to be honest. Okay, let's go ahead and put away our spear. Press down on our wounds. And unfortunately, we just took out another snot gobbler, which anything that was still remaining in the air nearby is going to be coming for us now. So just gonna kind of move away. We do want to check this dojo real quick to see if there's any manuals here for us to learn. Well, not sure about the manual, but there appears to be a black belt Dissolute Devourer and the Spirit of Aikido. I don't think Aikido is going to be a spear martial arts, but we are going to attempt to take down this Dissolute Devourer, which we are strong enough now that we simply did that with no concerns whatsoever. We're able to just fully back away from it and slice into it until it went down. Vellum has become something truly impressive. I know I've said it a lot, but like it deserves repeating that Vellum has become something truly impressive. There is a gun store to the northeast here. I think real quick we are going to head over there first before going to the bookstore. See if we can find any copper. 2 clothing stores, not something we're interested in. There's a bloated zombie out on the streets here. This gun store looks like it's in good condition. It's actually in really good condition. It's good for us. Okay. See if we can find some sort of like ammunition creation area that can be in these. See if we can find some copper. It actually looks like this one doesn't have a place to make ammo. I mean, if we were actually using guns, this place would be kind of amazing because there is just a crazy amount of ammo back there. But as it stands, that's not actually something we're super interested in. Let's head ourselves down towards this bookstore now. Try not to get too distracted. There's a zombie necromancer up north. I don't want him sticking around. So we're going to come over to him real quick. And he did reach out and touch us with a touch spell, but it only did a little bit of damage. Make a beeline straight for this bookstore. The mana potions were useful, but we did spend them really fast. Actually, I have another one. But it would require us to force ourselves to drink it. I don't really want to do that. So we'll wait until we're thirsty, I guess. Something we have to keep in mind is that they are a drink, right? So we're going to search real quick. And someone did point out that this is manuals. C manual, not C. So this should show us all of the major books. I do want to double check this because like, for example, what is this? This book that we just picked up, Spellcraft Theory. That actually counts as a manual as well. Okay. And we did check some of the... So the Beginner's Guide to Magic, is that a manual? That is also a manual. Okay. So this does work to be able to just kind of quickly look for only the types of books that we are going to be interested in as Vellum. And this, you know, there's a lack of immersion to using this system, which is why I normally search books at a time, shelves at a time. But we're getting to the point where we've read so many books that it's kind of becoming more difficult to find tomes that we are interested in. So we are going to take advantage of this tool here. And this place is completely clear. There is a library to the southwest, one with a weird symbol. Okay. Incandescent husk. We don't have any mana, so I think we want to actually just avoid that thing. Yeah, we're just going to completely avoid it for now. As we've said many times, we're not afraid to back down, or we're never going to back down from a challenge, but at the same time, we're also not stupid. I don't think we're going to try and face down a powered zombie while we have very little to nothing going for us. Using our new searching tool here, just checking real quick for any kind of magic books. The magic books will generally be either red or blue, which helps us find them pretty quickly. A lot of books on science and computers, but not really much in the way of magic, unfortunately. I think there was one more nearby, correct? I don't know, I'll make sure and delete these notes as we come across them. Yeah, there's one more up here. Before we head too far away, though, there is another craft shop, and the chances that we can just get a whole bunch of useful materials is just too high. So we're going to check this place before we move on. What is this? Some sort of gaming store. Okay, interesting. Blobs and bandits. Okay, yeah. Vellum doesn't need to pretend to be a wizard on his weekends. Vellum is a wizard, and in fact, he is very close to allowing himself to call himself an archmage. Oh, as we stepped in here, a dwarf decided that they want to take a swing at us. What kind of store is this? Some tools, hacksaw, nail gun. Looks like there's a lot of power tools here. Ooh, wood canteens. I see. So it's some sort of like woodworking place. Okay. Beaded bracelets, ukuleles. Still no violin. As a student of the classics himself, Vellum would be very partial to finding a violin and playing it instead of using an MP3 player. Now it's time for a bit of a longer trip here, heading all the way to the north to check this last bookstore. After that, it's going to be another search for copper, I think. Again, we'll just leave that incandescent husk to its own volition. There is a hardware store here. We haven't had much luck with hardware stores. And speaking of violins, there is actually a music store here. And there we go. We, in fact, did just find Vellum a violin. Beautiful. Okay. Very, very cool. We might want to grab 2 just in case we break one, but we'll probably be fine, right? Yeah, we'll be fine. As we head to the north, we do actually see another situation where a car light is on, leading to a cluster of zombies, and this is very much in our way here. That pawn shop could have some rare materials in it as well, now that I think about it. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to solve this problem for the future as well, and we're going to kind of skirt this light to the north here, take out anything nearby, and then actually break that car light. And it seems like we have caused a bit of a kerfuffle here. Yeah, I think we're gonna leave. And more light. Jeez, okay. Stepping into the light for just a moment. I don't think we have much of a choice. We phase into the pawn shop. Seeing that the light actually goes in through one of the windows means that we probably don't want to stay here long. Ironically, now that I mentioned violin, we have in fact found multiple violins. It does mean that we can look through this place very easily, though, because it's all lit up. Okay, we're pretty close to this last bookstore, and then we are going to probably search the map for places to get copper, as information goes first. It's going to be information, then materials. There is also a radio station here. Something to keep in mind for future times. Radio stations are incredible for being able to get a lookout on the entire city, which we already kind of did because we got, you know, the roof of the academy and the roof of the church. Here we go. The Miracle of Mindfulness. That's a Mind Over Matter book. I don't think I've actually even seen a Mind Over Matter book before. We're definitely going to take that then. Don't know what it's in reference to. Looks like that might be... Oh, Comprehensive History of Botanical Enchantments. Well, there we go. That is definitely a Magiclysm manual. The person who gave us the tip on searching for manuals, the C colon search thing, that's a huge help. Thank you so much. This is making looking for books so much better. I guess manual is just defined by anything that can teach us something at that point. Okay, so it looks like that is done. Oh man, there's one more library nearby. Okay, last library, and then and then we're going to actually search for materials because we need to get some stuff done instead of just going around learning spells over and over again. I'm gonna drink a mana potion in case we want to cast some more spells. As it stands, though, I think we're primarily going to be saving spellcasting for whenever we have to fight just a huge amount of creatures all at once. Pretty quiet journey. For once, going down the street kind of just feels like a casual stroll. No nightmarish hordes, just a handful of zombies. Nothing really too scary. In fact, this amount of zombies at this point for Vellum is kind of a casual thing, right? Dissolute Devourer, Boomer. We are going to take out that Boomer because it's going to attract everything to that spot. Then we'll move away from where the Boomer died. Kind of just pull the zombies away from where we want to go and... Oh, another light! Okay. And these cars being on is actually causing us some serious issue with how to move around this city. We just saw a skeletal shocker. That's a new one. Heavy, jagged bone plates have grown out of the surface of the zombie skin. Underneath its flesh glows and crackles with the occasional jolt electricity. We have become much stronger recently. Oh, as we tried to climb, we actually just fell down. So we'll phase through instead. We are reaching the height of our carry capacity, I realize. What is that? Crystal outcroppings. Let's make a note there because we want to definitely hit the crystal outcroppings. That is a mind over matter locale and may be a place for us to, for example, get blue crystal dust so that we can contemplate higher abilities within the teleportation school of psionics. Because of the unorthodox way that Vellum access psionics, we have abilities that we can't actually contemplate properly. As we step up to the place, there is in fact a zombie boomer here. Mana Bolt is our go-to for a single target, although it only took 20 damage from that. Is there something cheaper? Technically, Lightning Bolt is actually our cheapest now. So we're going to send a Lightning Bolt out to it, and it seems like the Lightning Bolt was a little bit more effective. Oh, it's out of range. We need to keep in mind that our Lightning Bolt range is pretty short, as Vellum just releases lightning from his hands to smack into the creature. Man, that really doesn't do a lot to it for us right now. The lightning actually did come back. Hold on. The lightning did actually come back and hit us, but it seems like it was ineffective at damaging us. Man, this Necro Boomer is so resistant. We are going to step up and finish it off, which is going to be loud and is going to draw in pretty significant horde, I think. Maybe not, actually. There might not have been anything nearby to hear it, as we do see a Dissolute Devourer that was already injured. Strange, but not really much else that we have to worry about. And like most libraries, this library is unfortunately also in absolute disarray. Kind of just checking through the books real quick. Again, looking for manuals. We already don't see much. I think our luck was fully spent and used up by finding that amazing tome of magic that we found earlier. I think we're going to have to go ahead and make a trip home. How far are we from the nearest gates? We do have a gate to the south here, and we have a gate all the way over there to the east. It might be worthwhile to make another gate over here There isn't a lot over here to explore though, so perhaps we wait until we get farther north. There are 3 wizard towers to the north. Yeah, I think we're going to head back, drop off all our stuff, and then we'll head to this crystal outcropping, and then to the 3 wizard towers up north. Is there a better place for us to make that exploration from? Man, this is a lot of city to cover. You know what? I think it'll be fine. Speaking of being fine, Vellum is not. We need to find a place that we can sit down and rest for a moment so that we can even cast this. So I think we're going to venture into one of the nearby houses. And we're just trying to find a place that we can get our concentration back. As Vellum basically just sits down, meditates for a few moments, and then... Wait, why do I have a bunch of sheaths on me? That's weird. Well, drop those. I don't know where those came from. Did I pick up sheaths instead of canteens? No, there's a canteen right there. That was strange. Okay, I don't know why I had a sheath on me. It's not time now to play our violin, so instead we're going to play with a deck of Uno cards. Just kind of reminding ourselves what the rules of Uno are in order to get our focus back up, and we should be able to gate now. Now that we're back, we're going to organize our haul and probably head right back out this time. I think we might leave this military ID card in our inventory. There's a chance it could come up, although the chances do seem low to me. We spent some time studying. We got Lightning Bolt up to level 5 now, so it should be doing a lot more damage. And we're going to head back out. I think we'll go to Eastern Abbot, and this is going to be a bit of a long journey, but we want to head all the way over to that Crystal Garden. We're doing it at nighttime again because we'd like to actually get there in one piece. That is a lot of the city to travel, so we don't really want to travel that much of the city during the day, as much as it really is a lot of fun to travel during the day, and I think I'll start doing it more and more. Elm doesn't really fear the hordes as much as he used to, and there's a certain element of skill moving between the buildings to avoid the hordes that is a lot of fun and adds an extra level of thrill and challenge. I should probably be careful about just running though. A webbed zombie. Interesting. Selecting glistening human body clad in swimwear. Oh, webbed as in like, okay, as in like a swimmer. Gotcha. 2 zombie shockers. Just take them out very quick before they get too close. It's a opportunity for a lightning bolt, I think. They're not lined up quite right. Okay. Well, lightning bolt anyways, just because we want to use it. That's a good opportunity for a lightning bolt. And of course, as soon as I finish casting it, they move. There we go. Finally got an opportunity to use a lightning bolt in a way that is useful to the spell, because it does hurt everything in a line, and it does it pretty cheaply too. Great for us. Okay, so on the way, there is a gun store. We'll quickly check the gun store. Dang it. That bloated zombie did not have bile in it, but it had smoke in it instead. Okay, we are going to take off our barbutes. Immediately get grabbed by that guy, and then wear our gas mask and figure out where the smoker is in this cloud here. Did he move on? Where'd he go? Man, he just went running or something like that. That's strange. Switch our gear out again. Honestly, we're going to catch our breath. Also waiting for the poison to wear off as well, which was slowly hurting us. See some gas, but I think it might just be leftovers from the other smoked zombie. And that is a gun store that we've already checked. So let's go ahead and mark it off. I need to get better about marking my map. We do actually see some giant wasp guards to the north. Probably wants to still avoid wasps. Not because we're super scared of them or anything, but just because it is an unnecessary fight to take. We don't really know how strong they are. Okay, I don't think we can avoid them anymore. As that wasp guard, we went to go cast our lightning bolt spell, and as it came at us, how long does it take to make a lightning bolt? Only 175. Yeah, that thing crossed that entire distance in only 175 moves. So this thing is crazy fast. It did inflict a bleeding wound on us, so we're going to press down on that wound very quickly. And let's try this again. Oh, of course, it's out of range. Shoot a lightning bolt at it, light it up a little bit, and every time they stab at us, it actually managed to bleed us again. So that's something we need to be on the lookout for, is the fact that those wasp guards are actually quite capable of damaging us despite our pretty good armor. I'll grab some of the canned chicken and canned food here, because despite the fact that it's probably meant for animals, we can eat it just fine ourselves. Let's move off to the north here. The other nice thing about Lightning Bolt is that we actually haven't even spent that much mana. Oh, we can't fire through a chain link fence? That's silly. We haven't even spent that much mana using our Lightning Bolts to deal with threats. It's much more mana efficient. Of course, as we start the fights, some fog rolls in. We're going to use our Night Eyes, and yeah, I think we're going to Lightning Bolt that boomer if we can reach it. We can't. So we Lightning Bolted Feral Dwarf instead. And now we're going to, of course, lose our concentration. Okay, this is starting to get a little harrowing. So, Wind Strike time. Yep, we are backed against the fence here. Not a huge fan of this situation. How long does the cast take? Wind Running? Not long. We're going to cast Wind Running on ourselves. Keep losing concentration. That is officially a problem, because that guy just grabbed us, so we are going to phase through the fence and use the fence to try and deal with some of these guys. Cast Wind Running on ourselves? No, come on. I think it's the pain. Our focus is so low, we can't succeed at that right now. We did get a lightning bolt out on a boomer. Actually took out a boomer with a lightning bolt. That feels good. As they are breaking down the fence, as they're finally managing to shove the fence, the horde just collapsing down on this chain link fence, we do manage to just wipe out a good handful of them while they're distracted doing that. Whew. Okay, we definitely need to get better at casting Wind Running so that we can cast it in the middle of a crisis situation like that. Okay, Thorny Shambler, where's that? Okay, it's down south. We'll be fine for a moment. It shot at us, but we actually blocked it with our armor. Thank goodness for the armor. Okay. Whew. Go ahead and clear out these corpses. Another horde down. I know I've said it a lot recently, but I am so impressed. So impressed with Vellum and his ability to just destroy hordes. Whenever we get into season 2 and you guys start to see what like a normal human can do, you'll think back to Vellum's days and be like, wow, we were so strong. And I'll be like, yep, it might not have seemed like it because you didn't have a lot to compare it to maybe, but yep, he was really strong. I'm actually going to drink a mana potion. I filled a canteen with a bunch of mana potions because I want to get rid of that huge boomer if possible. Hit it for 39 damage. Very nice. Just slightly too little to cast again. We're so close to this circle of stones now that I want to check it out before we have to end for today. So we're going to make a break for it and immediately just start heading up there. I did end my vision because I thought that the fog was over, but it is definitely not, so we're just going to recast that. Oh, that's why our focus is destroyed, because we were focusing on a concentration ability. That makes a lot of sense now. I forgot that we were concentrating on something. What is that? As a shrieker had let out a shriek and immediately started calling over some things, but we also called over some feral lizard folk. I know for a fact that those feral lizard folk are going to be able to see as far as we can, so we are going to make a break for it heading through this building. And we did just notice a rapier sitting in this thing. I want to check that real quick. Hold on. Our greed. It is in fact a real rapier. Huh. Okay. And a real gold watch. I don't think we have time to grab it though. We're just gonna, yeah, we're going to continue heading through the building, which one is one of my favorite strategies, is to just leap through a building whenever we get in danger like this, and we'll head out the other side to find a flaming eye, an enormous disembodied eyeball the size of a person flying through the air through some unknown means, unknown agency. Wreathed in a natural flickering blue flame, it possesses a blazing yellow iris of a slitted pupil of a cat. That must be something created by the circle of stones, some sort of nether creature summoned here by the circle of stones, because I've never seen anything like that before. We also have a Nuka Lave, a grotesque centaur-like beast with skinless human torso grafted to an equally skinless horse. Thick, toxic smoke leeches from its two mouths as it fixes you with a gaze of pure malevolence. We also have a Krek, which is another type of otherworldly hound. Yeah, we definitely have an invasion of our world here. We're going to take a step back, and we are going to take off our barbutes and wear our gas mask to be able to fight that Nuka Vele and try and... It looks like the Krek is actually neutral to us. We want to take out this Nuka Vele, I think. Take one hit off on it. Can't tell how damaged it was from that hit. Yeah. 42 of 71 damage, and it still only is that hurt. Damn, okay. Another 43. Another slice into it, as it is leaving cloud after cloud with us. And as we kill it, it literally just melted away. Strange. As it does seem like things are being attracted for some reason to this location. Perhaps some sort of massive noise that happened here before. In the middle of the crowd, there being a zombie wrestler is kind of hilarious. I want mana as a backup. Zombie wrestler came up and grabbed us. Did we actually manage to drink that mana potion? We did not. We just heard something explode. Boomer spat at us. Put it down, though, very easily. Seems like these nether creatures seem to be fighting the zombies. We'll take advantage of it for now. Crush down these corpses. Oh, here's that flaming eye. Okay. It doesn't seem like it's going to be able to get back up. Oh, look at that. An absolute ton of this crystalline dust. How much of this can we carry? Oh, it's very, very, very easy to carry. So is this what we needed? This is what we needed. So theoretically, if we got enough metaphysics, we could actually learn a new ability called Breach, which we're not fully sure what that does, but it opens a portal to the Nether. Oh, this is actually water. Black water. An expanse of some sort of black liquid. The nearby air is chill and its surface is perfectly smooth and undisturbed by ripples or wind. You have no idea how deep it is. I'm curious. I'm gonna pull out my crowbar and hit one of these crystals for a moment. I'm curious if we can get like more crystal dust from one of these crystals. I can't tell if we're actually damaging it though. I don't think we're damaging. And we do have another friend. Probably brought by the sound of the struggle. It looks like maybe something had broken its way out of there. And we might have to figure out a way to destroy one of these crystals. Okay, I have a really bad idea. We're going to step back. And we are going to throw a grenade. Apparently that's not how you throw grenades. I can only imagine Vellum just chucking the grenade at... Wield the grenade before activating it. Okay. So we'll wield it, activate it, then throw it. And take a few steps back. Twist, a warp in reality, and suddenly Vellum is changing again. Unsurprisingly, Vellum has no knowledge of how grenades work, and as he had fumbled pulling the thing from it, repeating what he had seen in movies, he did not realize that real-life grenades are not like the ones in movies. As he had chucked the grenade, it bounced off of one of the crystals, and he took a few steps back, but not nearly far enough, as he has vivid memories of being blown asunder. As he wakes up next to the crystals, feeling that power rush through his veins again, he is once again changing, unsure of what is going to happen to him this time. Last time, nothing. This time, it's hard to be sure. Could be something good, could be something terrible. But with that, we are actually going to have to leave you here. This has been Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead, the journey of Vellum. If you guys have enjoyed, please feel free to leave a like and a comment if you have any suggestions. And don't forget to subscribe for more. I will see you next time. Goodbye.